they got stepdad names. It's like Paul George has 2 stepdad names.
So, yeah. All right,
Leonard,
that.
that's a stepdad going to Sizzler.
Yeah.
This is a brand new episode of Casuals where I get a bunch of comedian friends to come talk about the NBA, but also if we talk about the diarrhea plane for an hour, that's cool too. But it is an NBA show. We got a really great cast of comedians on the couch today. Really excited. Been wanting these guys for a minute. Our first guest, they're on together. Our first guest, you may have seen on NBC's Grand Crew, host of another basketball podcast that was doing the shit that we're probably copying a lot of their shit on accident. The flagrant ones. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Tart.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Thanks,
I've been waiting for this moment.
The podcast has only been going for like 3 weeks.
I've been waiting for it. Every time I saw episode, I said, ooh, wait till he asks me to come on there. I'm going to eat his ass.
Wait, you're going to eat my ass?
Nah, I'm going to eat his
nice.
ass.
That's kind of nice.
thoughtful.
Somebody hand me the grape jelly.
Okay, Erin, follow that. Our guest to Carl's left, friend of Follow Through. If you know Follow Through, you've seen her work through writing. You've seen her on camera. She also has written for the ESPYs, for Game On. Anytime an athlete needs to be funny, Erin is usually writing for them. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Erin Lennox.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your thank
This
you.
is
Thank you.
this is a great round of guests here. Now, guys, I just want to know, because I feel like this episode is gonna rely on this a lot. Can you guys just announce your alliances?
Ooh.
NBA
I mean,
alliances.
you come up, you're right out of the gate. Like you're showing
Oh,
your
yeah.
colors.
Clip Nation till I die.
Okay.
Red and blue business. I bleed it since the beginning.
And so, okay, you've told me this many times. I haven't heard on podcasts a story.
Yeah.
Because you love the Clippers.
Mhm.
And it's not just, the reason why I don't like a lot of Clippers fans, because it seems like it's a fad. It's like, it's
And
fun
it's
to go to
interesting
the
you would
games.
say that.
I know.
It's very interesting. You would say that's what it seems like
Okay,
to you.
first tell us the origin story, and then you can tell me why
All right.
it's stupid that I say that.
I'm going to tell you the origin story.
Yeah.
First of all, let's get the fad thing out of the way.
Okay,
There
okay.
are a lot of people who I will take accountability for
Yeah.
this. There are a lot of people who moved to Los Angeles who come from places where the Lakers historically kicked their ass, and they were like, well, I can't root for them, but I live here now, so I'm going to root for the Clippers. There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
We did get a lot of new fans, a lot of more visible fans during the Lob City years. That is
Yep.
true, too. However, there is a sect of us, I would say like me, like Vince Staples, the Blue Bucks Clan guys, Blue Bucks Clan, like guys who, when we were kids and we were in public programs, like
Mhm.
when we grew up poor, grew up in the hood, we did Big Brothers Big Sisters program, we did Boys and Girls Club, we did the YMCA, we played ball for different parks and recs and stuff like that. During that time, Clippers tickets, they would give them away.
Yeah.
Mm.
They would give them away, and we would go, and we would, like, especially if you were there before they moved to Staples, you go to Sports Arena and it would be empty, like for most games.
So it was like the WNBA.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you would go.
All right, I guess I like them now.
You would go and it would be empty, and then like the people who worked there didn't care, and they would go, "You guys can go down closer." And so we would just go down, and like you'd be sitting there watching it, and you didn't, like, I didn't know. I moved to LA when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize it. I'm also tell you another part of this story. But then once the Quentin Richardson, Darius Miles, the Knucklehead guys came, the Lamar Odom, Elton Brand, Keon Doolin, Corey Maggette, all those dudes came, the games got fun.
Yeah.
Because they were really exciting. We started winning games, started beating the Lakers, started doing stuff that, and it wasn't a rivalry until recently. But I just stayed loyal.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends who still have the same experience were like, yeah, I did that same thing, but I'm a Laker fan.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Okay,
So,
I'm just glad I'm not the only one who's embarrassingly jumped.
well, no, you're different. These guys are LA natives.
Okay.
But they were like, I went to the free games as well as a kid. It's an experience. I just stayed loyal to them.
Yeah.
Also, when I first moved here, my mom was in a relationship with a dude who eventually became my brother's father, and also like helped raise me. So
Yeah.
I got no ill will towards him. But at the same time, back then, you know, when you're a kid and your mom is with somebody else and you're like, man, you ain't my dad. You ain't my daddy, bro.
My mom has a boyfriend. I'm out of the house, and I'm still mad at that guy.
Yeah. It's like, bro, who is you,
Isn't
man?
your mom married to him?
No,
That's your
Aaron, why
stepdad.
would you think that?
I
That's
think
a
she
wild.
is.
No, people think that. Anyways, I don't want to talk about Cheeto anymore.
That's his name.
Yeah.
That's his real
Yeah.
name.
Nah. My brother's dad's name is Mustafa. So yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
But
That's the thing. They always have these aggressive ass names. They move into the house.
Yeah,
you
he was
know?
living with us. Great guy though. Shout out to him. But he
I
he was
joke
in-
about the Clippers being the stepdads of LA
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
they
kinda.
got stepdad names. It's like Paul George has 2 stepdad
so,
names.
yeah. All right. I get
Leonard,
that.
that's a stepdad going to Sizzler.
Yeah. That's funny. He was an aggressive Laker fan. He was an annoying Laker fan.
Oh.
And when I first would get tickets to these games, he would go, man, throw them shits in the trash.
Yeah.
Look, Clippers ain't nothing, da, da, da. And I was like, bro, I already don't like you. So I'm going to devote my life to this team. Like, I'm going to give them everything I got, and it's going to be great. I also, like, am a Saints fan from birth.
Yeah.
And so we went from being the laughingstock of the NFL, the Aints, fans showing up to games with brown paper bags on their heads, stuff like that, to winning a Super Bowl. Like, and now being a contender pretty much every year.
Yeah.
So I know it can happen because and that's what kind of gave me the underdog mentality. I just couldn't root for the Lakers during that time.
Yeah.
And I love Shaq. All my favorite players have played for the
That's
Lakers.
what I was gonna.
Yeah.
That was gonna be the follow up question. And Aaron, we'll get to your favorite player or team in a second. But like, you love LeBron. I
love LeBron.
You perform sometimes in a LeBron jersey. I'm like, you don't just like LeBron. You will wear his shit while
Yeah.
you're out there.
Yeah, I'm a huge LeBron guy. LeBron was who I rooted for when the Clippers wouldn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted LeBron to win. Also, even though he's the GOAT, he is still an underdog because nobody gives him the status or credit that he deserves.
Yep.
So they're always putting him below Jordan. Now people are putting him below Kobe, which is insane.
Yeah.
But like it's he always seemed to have a chip on his shoulder, even though he is the best. And so
Wait, he's better than Jordan?
I think so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
We'll
I
get
just
to
think
that
it's apples
later.
and oranges, but okay.
Sure, it could be. It could be. I think the apples to the oranges is Jordan to me is a fantastic player who did a lot of great things. LeBron James is just the more complete player. Like he does everything great.
But to me, it's just like apples are always good. Like whenever you have them, they're always good.
Sometimes an orange is sour.
Is Jordan?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe 6
LeBron's
times
the
in the
apple?
finals.
Who's the apple?
LeBron
I
is the
think
apple.
LeBron's Jordan's the apple.
You think so?
That should be, we're going to set the internet on fire
Yeah.
with the who's an apple, who's an orange.
Who's the orange? Oranges are sweeter.
I think they're
so-
interchangeable. If like I don't want to get death threats. So I think they're interchangeable.
From Michael Jordan specifically.
From Michael Jordan.
Would be
I took
so
that
mad.
personally. Like Michael Jordan's the reason my show got canceled.
Yeah, he shows up and as an orange. He's like, I heard you, Carl.
Yeah, but I rooted for LeBron like every year in the playoffs.
Okay.
While the Clippers weren't a contender, and then he moved to LA, and he had a choice to make, and he chose the business decision, and that hurt me, like because imagine your legacy if you brought us our first championship, as opposed to just following in the footsteps of people and a fan base that's never going to respect you.
Yeah.
They're never going to respect you. They're never going to say you're the greatest Laker, and I know that's what you want. It's not happening.
Yeah.
They're never going to say you're better than Kobe or Magic. It's not going to happen, no matter what you do. Yeah, they might like you, but I still see people showing up to Laker games with jerseys. I have a video of a dude who is from here, lifelong Laker fan, lifelong. I went to go see Lakers Pelicans. Pelicans is like my second favorite team. I'm from down there originally. I went to go see Lakers Pelicans, and I saw these guys, and he had a Pelicans shirt, and I was like, oh, shit, cool. Like, you don't really see many other Pelicans fans like that. He goes, oh, yeah, I started rooting for the Pelicans when LeBron traded all of our young core away. Wow. Talk about B.I. and Josh Hart. He's like, I hate LeBron. LeBron, I hate him. I hate him.
That's crazy.
And that's Laker fandom. That is real. All of y'all are like that. You too. Go ahead.
It's drastic.
Talk your shit.
Listen, when I went to a Clippers game because my husband got it for me for like an anniversary gift, even though I'm a Lakers fan, because they are cheaper tickets.
Yeah.
And he got us tickets to that. We were a little bit high, but nobody was making any noise, and it made me feel insane. I thought I was going crazy.
Well, and that's the experience. Some people who, there's people all over the world watching this, just millions, but they don't know that they play in the same stadium. Like it's talked talked about a lot, but like the game experience is so different.
It's different.
People are
And
chatting.
I know it, and it you know
People are
what?
doing that during Laker games too. People, I
That's
will say
true.
this.
No, that's true.
I went to Lakers Wolves in the play-in game.
Oh yeah,
This last play-in game. Terrible game.
What?
Terrible.
What do you
terrible
mean?
fucking game. I showed up I didn't get asked to go until like 5:00.
Okay.
And if you get asked to go, I don't live near downtown.
Yeah.
So if you get asked to go to Staples or Crypto after that morning,
Yeah.
you're not getting there on time.
No.
And so the homie hits me up. I was like, yo, the homie Dev, shout out to the homie Dev. He's a wine dealer, and some of his clients got him like 5th row tickets. And
Wow.
I'm a Clipper fan. But who am I to turn that
Yeah,
down?
you gotta
Oh,
go
yeah.
to an NEM.
I
Like-
go to
And
Cameron
so-
Indoor.
And I've been to a
games
ton
all
of
the
Laker
time.
games in my life. And I got Laker jerseys and Laker hats, and I got that hat.
Yeah.
But we go, and it's like 5th row. So we're down here in the thick of it. This is the closest I've ever seen LeBron play. This is the closest I've ever been at a Laker game. Because usually when we would go as teenagers and stuff, you got to sit in the rafters. Like, what's the wrestler's name? Kane? Or like,
Yeah. Just like Sting.
Yeah, Sting.
Like,
Yeah,
they lower
Sting.
you down.
Yeah. But I went and I go, this is 100% a different experience. With the lights turned down, with the way that the crowd interacts. I say the game was horrible because I showed up almost at the end of the first quarter, and the score was like 12-24 Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards couldn't hit the side of a barn, and they let them win that game. Like, I would have loved to see the Lakers lose in the first round of Denver.
That's why it
That
was a
would've been
terrible
amazing.
game to you?
That was absolutely terrible.
What about Schroeder's Magic?
Boo!
Like,
A lot of cheating going on, and a lot of cheating going on. The refs, there's definitely Laker-based refs. What's my man name? Not the one that just retired, but the other bald-head black dude who hates Davis.
Brothers?
Eric, huh?
Tony Brothers?
Not Tony Brothers.
Oh.
He likes Lakers too. I think a
Brothers
lot of
is a
those like old black refs are like, see, nah, man, because Magic Johnson, baby, Magic Man, he was a Magic Man, I think so that like they like definitely they'll ref the Clipper game and just give us nothing, eject Kawhi, a person who does not talk, and then like the next night just let them get away with everything. But the experience was so interesting to me because I'm looking around and I'm like, these people don't know basketball.
Yeah, they want to be seen.
Down here in this lower bowl,
Yes.
they don't know basketball.
Yes.
They're here for the show. They're here for the name. Everybody going to the Clippers games, besides the people who are, maybe courtside, knows the game. And they're there as fans, and they're there to support their team. We've had the noise beaten out of us. So like truly it feels I know it's like this thing where we're like, we don't want to be too because they're gonna we can't be assholes online. As soon as a person becomes an asshole online, we banish them like, hey man, that's not Clipper basketball. We don't get involved in that type of stuff. Yeah. Because we feel like we can't talk. So like teams like Minnesota Timberwolves or the Portland Trailblazers, they have ravenous fans because they own their city. So they can suck, no offense, but they can be bad for a number of years. And they can talk shit.
Well, or they
But
get
we can't.
sold.
Yeah.
Or moved. Yeah.
But we can't do that. Like we're not allowed to. So I think a lot of the true fans, when it comes to like when you go to the game and you say it's quiet, it's because we're just like, please win. Please win.
A silent prayer.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm going to let Erin do this, and I'll help you, Erin, here. But please, because you are a Lakers fan, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've watched some LeBron games together, and I think we are similar in the way we are Lakers fans. And I know there's the toxic Lakers fans. So I guess, Carl, my hope and wish tonight is that we define a new category where we did just move here. We love basketball. We love players. And it just is like, yeah, I'm going to be a Lakers fan, but I mean no harm. So, Erin, tell us how you are a Lakers fan.
Oof. Well, I mean, first, I'm a college basketball fan.
Yes,
That's like how I bleed Carolina blue. So how I started watching the NBA was just following college players that I love, and now the game is more like that. Like, so I would be a fan of a team, depending on where somebody would move around. And now, like, I feel like that's my fandom in general. Is just like, I'm a Laker fan because I live in Los Angeles, but I also was a Laker fan when I was little because I liked anything that was LA. I was also like Raiders fan.
Yes.
I was NWA was my, it was like any team that I saw NWA wearing a hat of, I'm a fan. I'm a Kings fan. I don't know anything about hockey.
No, but their uniforms are the sickest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like a Lakers fan from Childhood. That's
Since
your
you're a
line.
baby.
That's a baby.
Since I was a baby, I know that.
I
that-
stopped being a Lakers fan for a minute when they traded Shaq, because Shaq is my
Yeah.
favorite player,
Yeah.
and I was pissed. And then I was like a Miami fan for a minute. So
Me too. Miami
During
is
LeBron?
like Miami's like my third favorite team.
I love
No,
Miami.
When Shaq went,
Oh,
Yeah,
with Shaq.
same.
I was a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
Shaq D-Wade guy. Like there was a chance, and there was a moment in there where I was not a like diehard Clipper fan because I was
Yeah.
so young, so I didn't really
Right.
care. I would just root against the Lakers. So like
Yeah.
I rooted against them against Sacramento in those years where they would play them in the like I was like I want Sacramento to win. They
Yeah.
seem like the cooler people. They're the underdog. The Shaq and Kobe people are coming in here.
And see,
and-
I
I was
hated
also
Sacramento.
rooting for them,
Yeah.
the Kings and the Blazers. those
yeah,
years,
like
yeah.
I was rooting
I
for
hate the Kings
Jailblazers.
because of Chris Webber. Because he
Right,
played
right,
in
Michigan.
one national championship game that we won, but I still like he's forever. I hate him.
That's
he was
crazy.
like the LeBron of that of college basketball at that point. Everyone was just like, you root against him.
He's soft, whatever.
That's tough.
He went through a lot,
he went
Aaron.
through a hell of a
need,
lot.
Does he need to get beat up on
I mean,
casuals?
he called a timeout that gave us a national championship, so I don't know why I'm mad at him. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
you
gave
should
it
love
to
him.
us.
For calling that dumb timeout.
Okay, so what I like about both you guys, I think Carl, you've worked with athletes before, and Aaron, I know you definitely have.
Mm-hmm.
Have you worked with any NBA players before?
Yeah, technically, I think. I don't know. You put me on the spot. I was supposed to write on the
Yeah.
Yankees, but
Oh,
I got hired on Brooklyn Nine-Nine the same
Oh.
week.
Damn.
So I had to quit. But like with Bennett and those guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't have I worked with. Yeah, I mean, I will say this: Samaki Walker was like a mentor at my park when I was growing
Nice.
up for like a
Wow.
few months. So he would come every day and just kind of like talk to us about.
And you hate the Lakers.
I liked Samaki was actually really cool. And he that was during that time where I said I didn't really care.
Yeah.
Like I didn't start hating him until I got older and people
Right.
started coming at me so hard about
Yeah.
the Clippers shit. Like I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Like because I'm from like I've been here for so long. Like
Yeah.
it's not a hate. It's more just like, I want to see these other guys.
Yeah, it's an active rooting against.
Yeah, it's not a hate, but until recently.
Yeah.
See, I like the Clippers. I just like
I know, I do too.
players. I like everybody who's good.
Yeah. No, I love Ty Lue. I love Kawhi. I love Paul George. I
Yeah.
love Terrence Mann. I probably like every player on that roster, but I don't like the Clippers.
Why not? Well, why not? You have to explain this to me now.
Yeah.
Because what is it? Because to me, you guys can dispute this if you want to.
Yeah.
You say you've been liking them since you were a kid. I can't. I didn't grow up in the
You
household
can't
with you, so I can't.
James Worthy also played for like
No, I mean, to me,
Carolina.
it's just I'm accepting the responsibilities of a Lakers fan, and that's like the
But
most.
there is none. That's the
I
thing.
know, but
like
no, but
it's
there
the
is.
for me, it's the easy way out. So
Yeah.
how I look at fandom, because I grew up, like I said, football's my favorite sport, honestly, to watch, and because I grew up rooting for an underdog team. In my opinion, this is not fact, of course, but I look at sports fandom as like, man, it's the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Mm-hmm.
If you inherit the Lakers as an adult,
Yeah.
there is no agony of
Okay,
defeat.
here's my
because they could go
argument.
0-82 and they
Yeah.
still go, oh yeah, we got 17 championships.
But I don't do. Yeah.
Wait,
like-
here's my argument. So I grew up as a Carolina fan, and it's like people would fight each other to the death, like over Duke Carolina, and it was like the people would get suspended from school for like I got a bottle of hairspray poured in my hair on a bus ride that was an hour long, like, and I had to cut my hair because this girl was mad that I was a Carolina fan. It's like people will die for, and then as I got older, I started to be like, maybe I just like basketball, like maybe I don't have to die for. The rivalry doesn't have to be like my whole personality growing up was that, or like in my 20s was that I hate JJ Redick. Like if you were in a writer's room with me, then I made you watch a 6-minute video from ESPN of him reading his poetry in an empty gym,
Yeah.
and talking about how his like life is sad because he was hated, and it makes you like hate him more.
Did you ever
It's
get
so
the back
embarrassing.
acne?
But now
insults about him. I feel like that's
he
what
has
that's,
back knee.
Yeah,
he
he had
did have
back
it.
knee, and like people would like that was like one of the insults
worst-
people would yell, and I was like, that is like to a kid. Like
See,
yelling
I
that
think
from the
that's funny,
stands.
and also the like Maryland game when they were like "fuck you, JJ," and you could hear it on TV. It
Yeah.
was like the greatest day of my life.
I mean,
So-
Duke always
but now I
has,
love him. Like,
he's great.
but it's like my person. I just watched 130 for 30, and then I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
I love him, and then I'm like, I just like talented athletes.
But y'all made a decision.
Yes. You want to hear my decision or
Yes,
why?
yes.
Okay. You said a sappy story. I'm going to say a sappy
Please
story a
tell
little
me.
bit.
Oh, I
Sap it
can't
up.
wait.
No, it's not that sappy.
If it starts in 2019, it's not sappy enough.
It was 18. No, I followed LeBron. Like I was a Jordan. I was born in Marshalltown, Iowa. We had WGN. So like not only did we get, the national broadcast at Bulls games, we got WGN, we got the every Bulls game. So I was a Jordan guy. And then we moved to Pennsylvania and we were by Cleveland, so we'd go and watch Jordan and then LeBron. And then I was a free agent from like 98, from the time Jordan retired until he came back. I was like, I'm gonna watch everybody. I didn't really root anybody. I would play every team on NBA Live. Anyways, LeBron came. I remember I tore my ACL, and then that Melo LeBron high school game on ESPN2 played, and I was like, this is insane. I remember Westchester came out. I just loved seeing, like, when I saw High School Phenom live, I was like, this is insane that like a guy my age can look like that and dunk. And like these kids were coming from LA. Same thing as you. I had a binder of LA colleges that weren't USC, UCLA, because I was like, I can't get in those schools, but I got to get to LA.
Oh, I got in. So, sorry.
But so I became a LeBron guy. When he went to the Heat, I was furious. I wasn't a LeBron guy. I actively
Wait,
hated
you were
against
mad
the Heat.
about the decision?
So mad, and that's when I became a Bulls fan again. But then, D Rose tore his ACL a bunch, and then LeBron went back to the Cavs, and I remember and then I watched that whole Cavs season, every single second of it, and I was like, I can't believe I robbed myself of watching LeBron James, because he was a kid who wanted to live in a different fucking city,
Right.
And so I was like, LeBron is my fucking guy no matter what. So I moved to LA, I'm like, I'm here. I'm going to try to work in this business. He came to the Lakers. I also too was like on NBA Twitter tweeting about LeBron and all this shit, and it was getting engagement and shit. It's like when people are like, oh, you're a LeBron guy. Like I did that out of like bits and like characters of like, oh, LeBron is the greatest, not just player, human ever, or whatever. Like I thought it was funny because like real Laker fans are like, oh yeah, we believe all the jokes he's saying. But then it was like, and then we had a kid, and I was like, oh, and we live by crypto. And I was like, you know what? His friends are gonna probably like the Lakers, unless my son is a way better independent thinker than I am.
And I hope he is.
And so I was like, you know what? And this again, he also might not like sports, like me and my wife Megan might.
Yeah, right.
If he plays basketball in this city, he's going to play for the Junior Clippers.
Yes,
Unless
But
you
and the Clippers
purposely
do. I
hold
can
him
say
out.
as a because I have my stepson is 14 and the Clippers do have come multiple times to elementary schools and given like a backpack.
Yes.
And like they give there's like we have multiple Kawhi Leonard like paraphernalia in the house because they came and gave free stuff to the kids.
Yeah.
Which is
And
nice.
crazy parents will take that stuff and throw it in the trash.
No, I would not do that.
I
Wait,
swear to you,
Mustafa
I know
did that?
people- No, he didn't.
Oh,
we didn't.
okay.
That's rude. That's
the
abuse.
Outreach, back then, the outreach was we would go to, before there was an LA Live, it was all orange groves. No, it was a parking lot across the street.
Okay.
And they would set up, they would have days where it's like Clipper Day, like come out. We got court set up.
Yeah.
Y'all going, like different parks run 5-on-5 scrimmages against each other.
Fun.
And
That's
the Clippers
cool.
would come out. Like I learned post moves from Michael Olowokandi.
Hell
That's
yeah.
insane.
Like they just were there. They were visible. You would meet these guys. You would see them at the mall. They were young and they were cool. And it just felt like I wasn't a part of the crowd. Like I was just marching to the beat of my own drum. Maybe that was out of defiance. I will admit that I started rooting for them out of defiance. But I was just like, I don't feel. I had come out here from Mississippi and I was just a little bit different. And I just was like, I don't feel like these guys the way they do. I want to root for these dudes.
Yeah.
Because nobody's really doing it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
No, I respect it too. And the most embarrassing thing about me is, I don't like the Clippers, but all of my Clipper fan friends are like good fucking dudes and good people. So that's embarrassing for me. Erin, you've worked with a lot of athletes. Do you have any NBA player stories that you can share with us?
Ooh. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is I guess it was SB's 2 years ago, and LaMelo Ball was so high. It was like he was coming off stage after maybe speaking for 10 seconds after going thank you to my mom. I don't know what he said, but he came off stage and and Rob Hayes, who we all know, was like standing right there, huge fan. I mean, I'm also a huge fan, as you know, but we're both huge fans. We're kind of like freaking out. And he goes right up to Rob, dabs him up, and it's like they know each other. I was like, and I'm like, oh my God. Like he recognized Rob because Rob did warm up that day.
Gotcha.
Which was the weirdest. It was outside. It was pouring rain.
I remember that.
It was insane. And the, as it's already like so hard to do stand up in front of celebrities because they're not listening. And then it's raining. Anyway, so I was like, you must remember him from the warm up. He loves him. He's his
That's
friend.
What people always remember is the warm up comedian.
And then seconds into it, he goes, "Wait, you're not my guy." He thought he was like the guy supposed to take him back to his seat. And then he walked.
I mean, and you don't have to say,
away.
"Wait, you're not my guy."
You're not my guy.
Like,
and
he just gave him a moment.
He disengaged from a hug and like walked away from him so cold. It was the greatest, and then followed by the worst moment of Rob's life.
I mean, the thing is, like working with athletes is people always ask like, "Oh, what's like that's so cool you got to meet like Tatum or Giannis or whatever," and it's like, yeah, we're trying to get them to do comedy like after they just had like a back-to-back and maybe didn't shoot well or whatever, and so it's like it's awesome that getting that pick is obviously cool. You post it, you get some
never
likes.
had someone be bad at it. I've only had like or even it's like I feel like athletes, because they're coachable, they like know they're team players, like they know that it's like and they know this isn't their thing, so they listen. It's like they give it their all, and I've only had good experiences except for Terrell Owens.
Really? What happened with TL? This is a basketball show.
It
Actually,
was
TL plays for Venice Ball.
Sad because honestly, everyone else was like, we had to like give him a prep before, tell him the jokes we'd written for him, right?
Yeah.
And no one wanted to do it. Everyone was like, he's whatever. And I was like, he has my whole heart. I believe in him. Like I was like, I've not only will I do it, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And he did not look at me. We're riding in a golf cart to to get, I guess, to hair and makeup or whatever. I don't know what he was getting. Wardrobe. I'm like this, and he's not looking at me. I'm reading out the jokes. I'm telling him what he's gonna whatever. I think he's not listening. He doesn't acknowledge that I am a human breathing near him.
Yeah.
And then he got up there and he said every fucking joke.
It's insane. Yeah, they're like.
But he was very rude.
That's hilarious. He's a pro though.
If there's,
but he did because he wanted the jokes. He wanted the screen time. He wanted the
So obviously, like SNL, like Jordan has hosted it. Barkley's hosted it. Barkley, Barkley is awesome in that when he's not trying to be funny, he's hilarious, but he can also be funny.
Yeah. Right.
Are there any other? I'm trying to think.
Peyton. Very good timing.
Yeah. But NBA players, if you had to pick an NBA player who hasn't hosted SNL yet, who would you guys pick?
Who can?
Because AE is really funny.
Yeah, but he's like new.
He's naturally funny. I don't think he would be able to read the sketch. Don't take that out of context.
Right.
No. He's a very smart person, but like, I don't think he would be able to get the timing of sketch down.
Right.
Who would be able to do it?
I'm gonna say Giannis.
Yeah,
I think he would be funny. I think you could work with him. Like you could work within the parameters of what he could do to be funny.
I think Pat Bev.
I love Pat Bev. We talked about it the last episode
Undeniably
of like,
funny.
At first, if you're playing against him, you hate him, but man, he's great.
Yeah.
What about Pat Bev?
I think he would be great at SNL.
Yeah.
I think he would be
in the writer's room.
Yeah. He would. I think he would pitch. I think he would.
He would pitch.
I think he would deliver. I think he would be interested in doing character work. I know Pat Bev's got a funny old black dude at a barbershop.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
I'll tell you guys, I had a meeting with his agent recently, and this is just, it blew my mind about Pat Bev. So and I don't think I'm out of line saying this because I want it to happen, and this is an idea that only would happen if Pat Bev greenlights it, but he wants to do a biopic about himself, but told through a white hockey player.
What?
And so when I heard that, I was like computing. Idea. Yeah, his idea. He's like, well, let's go out. Not to me. Like I want to do this with them. But he was like, I want my story told, but I want it to be a white hockey player, like going overseas, jumping on different teams.
Oh, that's what he means. I thought he meant like, because my pitch would have been the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup
Yeah.
like the year that he graduated high school. So maybe a Blackhawks guy is like tearing out his newspaper article from winning, and he looks at the sports and he goes, "Wait a minute, Patrick Beverly."
Like a Princess
Patrick
Bride
Beverly-
type
yeah.
thing, where he's like
Yeah.
telling the story to a little kid.
Patrick Beverly had 37 points last night. Who is this kid? And they're like, "Hey, we're pouring champagne into the Stanley Cup. Not right now. This kid, Patrick Beverly." And then he just keeps following this kid.
Yeah.
I thought
He's
you meant he
reading all the-
wanted.
Yeah.
I thought you meant he wanted him to act like he was Pat Bev.
Wait,
Which
no,
would
wait, what do you
be
mean?
funny.
Wait, I think that's
a
what it
hockey
is.
player to play him.
And I see that's the thing. They said this idea exactly how I said it to you guys, and my
nobody
brain is
knows
still
what it
computing.
means.
At first, I was like, maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah.
And now, Aaron. I think that's what he wants.
He wants like a hockey player that people know
I
to be
think,
like, I'm Pat Bev and here's my story.
yes. Not that many people know, but why would it be? Yeah, then you could just get any old white guy. I guess it's like, yeah, the movie's about hockey.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
what he's saying is, I want it to be my exact story mirrored onto a hockey player.
That
Yeah.
makes no sense.
So a player who plays like he goes to the University of Minnesota, gets kicked off the team, goes to play in Croatia,
Yep.
and then gets picked up by the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah.
You know,
and then holds the camera to the ref.
yeah.
Which would be
On skates.
which would be so great to see
Yeah.
what the version of it is. You're like,
You would have to be such a deep fan of both to even comprehend what was going on.
exactly.
And
This
who is a
great.
fan of both?
That's what I'm saying. This is great. And then he can play the hockey version of somebody else. I don't know any hockey players. So
Who is a fan of both? My
Um,
homeboys that
I
love
don't know,
hockey do
not
not like
one person.
basketball.
And what is that?
Right.
I'm
It's
not.
regional,
You think it's
right?
soft?
I don't know, but I do. There's one thing I do resent when people say, and this is gonna keep in mind, this is his show, not mine.
It
Stay
can
away
be your
from
show,
me.
please.
But no, I'm just trying to get the hate mail sent to you.
Please.
When they say hockey games are actually more fun than basketball games, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not true. I have had some great times at hockey games. However, a lot of the game, I am not paying attention.
Sure.
No, it's hard to pay
The
attention.
music at a basketball game, and this is whatever game you want to go to, Lakers, Clippers,
Sparks.
My homeboy Sparks. My
Let's
homeboy
go,
did
Sparks.
try to tell me. He tried to it was like a shot that a Laker fan will take. I was not talking about basketball at all. I wasn't talking about the Clippers. I wasn't doing anything. And then a Laker fan has to say some bullshit. My castmate Aaron Jennings goes like, "Yeah, man, we went to the Kings game last night. It was fun. It was super fun. Way more fun than Clippers games." I'm like, "Why you gotta do that?" That's not true. Like, what would you rather hear? We're not gonna take it, or We Can Freak It by Corrupt.
Yeah.
For
Like-
sure.
Well, but
No
they
question.
could. Yeah, I've heard hockey is slowly letting in some of that, some music, like good music.
Not that night.
Not that much.
Maybe a
It is
couple.
wild to
Maybe
do
like
that
a,
in LA too.
Wait, did
Yeah.
I tell you about when I was at a Sparks game and I'm every song I'm like, this is my shit,
Yeah.
and then they go, "Welcome to Take Me Back Tuesday," and I was like, no, the night for old heads, and I was like, kill me.
Okay, let's get into current news. I want to get your guys' thoughts on some of the current stuff that's going on. Again, off season, I thought this is a terrible time to be starting this, but there's been some good stuff coming out. Speaking of music, I did want to talk about, are you guys Cameron and Mace? Have you watched their sports show?
Yeah,
Which
I've seen some clips.
that's another reason why I don't know why I started the show, because that is like, you
That
see
exists.
something so good and you're like, why would I even like have cameras? You know, why would I even hold a microphone? Those guys are geniuses. But they just signed with Underdogs. They're doing big things now. But there's this clip that just came out, and we can show it to you guys if you haven't seen it, where Cameron is narrating his high school basketball highlights.
Right here. I'm about to take off on him. He flagrant fouled me. I don't blame him. He's about to be a victim. Another basket. Where I'm at right here. Through the lane. Floaties. Yeah, that's me. Behind the back, chill Corey right now. I ain't going that way. Lose it, get it back, and one. Tough. I come around right here. Dish. About my 8th assist of the game. Mid-range game. Yeah. So right here, it's 4.2 seconds left. I don't know I'm getting a rebound. 4 seconds left. Corey Wright misses. It bounces off front rim. I get it. Look. 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't see nobody to pass. Murder mad at me. He throw the tantrum. I was hot. Now look, I make that shot. Makes you go to college. I go to college. We go to the league overseas, whatever. Our career would have been over. You wouldn't have sold the 10 million records. I wouldn't have sold the records. I think I made the right choice. Hit or miss. He's still mad at me about this shit to this day.
22. That was my number.
But this is, I mean, how awesome
That's
is
insane.
this? That this thing that you guys remember, you played high school sports.
Yeah.
And you regret something, you never get to play again. But they have a thing, they lost, and then they both became huge ass rappers.
Yeah.
Just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with the Underdog. That is, it's silly, but man, that is hilariously
They're
correct.
also good. I didn't know they
Yeah.
were that good.
I didn't realize. I learned like a year ago probably that they played together in high
Yeah.
school. That was pretty cool. A cool revelation. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you guys, who do you think is like a good rapper basketball player that you could actually see playing in the league? Like we see Master P, but like,
Yeah. In the league is tough. Dave East is pretty good.
yep.
The J. Cole hype got a little bit too much for me. And I was like, all right, man, y'all watching.
That's kind of
y'all
embarrassing,
watching
right?
this guy play. Come on, man. Like, this dude is not giving buckets like that. Y'all are just like being like, wow, a rapper can play like. It's like, yeah, man. Everybody played in high school.
Justin
Like,
Bieber.
hell no.
That's the thing. I feel like J. Cole's highlights look good because
Look
he was playing against Bieber.
Yeah. They talk about Quavo too, and I'm like, I've seen it.
Remember
like,
when
no.
Machine Gun Kelly like practiced really hard and then he was not good at all?
Yeah. 2 Chainz played D1.
Yep.
Adam Levine, not a rapper, but got a stroke on him.
Don't. I can't.
Are you basing
Have
that
you
off
seen
of that last
I
clip?
have seen
Yeah.
the clips of him practicing. It's practice.
It's pure.
Different.
It's
not,
a pure shot.
It
though.
looks like he's played basketball before.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
It looks like he paid someone a lot of money to train him. Also,
Yeah.
but- which is not nothing. I ran into. He was at like a weird yoga class that I used to go to at a very expensive gym. It was like in the back of it. Anyway, they have like a place where VIP people can pull in to the. So that like they don't get paparazzi'd, but he wanted to be paparazzi. He pulled in and then was just like sitting there like, here it's me, and everyone was like, these people do yoga. They don't know who you are.
I speaking of celebrity game, do you guys ever have aspirations
Oh my
like
God, every day.
like you want your career to be so good, not just for the money and fame, but maybe you get asked to play in that
Yeah.
celebrity
Like
game?
I'm upset right now that network TV actors are not. Like I'm upset that this is not the 90s. Because if this was the 90s,
Right.
I would have been the man.
Yeah.
But nobody watches network TV. Like I'll be out and like be talking to somebody and they'll be like, "Do you have TikTok?" And I go, "No, I'm on a TV show." And they go, "Never heard of TV."
We never heard of
What
TV.
is TV? Like I'm on a network television. I
Yeah.
got a prime time slot.
Prime time, yeah.
No. Are you on?
They say no to you.
Yeah.
No.
No. I don't like it. You're not cool. Like, attendance of the trees.
I don't like 22 minutes of comedy.
Yeah. What? No, it's stupid. I don't
Yeah.
like it. Let me know when you get a TikTok. And now that most of the people getting asked to do the celebrity games are like TikTokers
Yep.
or Peloton
YouTubers.
drivers.
Peloton drivers.
Is that a new Peloton feature?
Peloton,
You can drive?
not drivers, but like Peloton instructors. You know.
No, they're doing so bad they're going to come out with cars. They're like, oh, yeah.
Shout out to
Drive
my man
to this
Alex
playlist.
Tucson. I do like him.
Yeah, he's great.
He's got great classes.
He's got, he did that Last Dance class. Did you
Yeah.
ever see that?
Yeah.
He had like all of his
I did
Jordans
it.
lined up behind it. And I mean, it was the hardest class ever, but I was like, I love basketball.
Where he
is
played
made
You know
for
you could
me.
He
just
played
stop,
last
right,
night.
CJ?
What's that? Yeah,
They're
he,
not
like,
there with you.
the only thing basketball thing about it was that his Jordans were in the background.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
But it was
and the
so
basketball.
hard.
He always has a basketball behind him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a Carolina blue one.
He won MVP in the last celebrity.
Yeah.
game. But I'm like, let me get a chance at that.
But there are some, and I'll admit this, like there are some like stand-ups who've played in it, some SNL people who I've played against, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch them and see if I would have done better than them.
Yeah.
I'll say Hassan Minaj and Alex Moffat. I watched them on there. I was like, I feel like I would have a better
I'm
show.
killing them. I'm eating
Yeah.
those guys. I know it's some hoopers out there that are in comedy.
Who would you say? Okay, this is one of my favorite conversations.
Okay.
Who do you
Who in
think
comedy would-
is one of the who's the best, or who are some good comedian hoopers out there?
Well, this is gonna cause some controversy because there are some dudes who I know that do comedy that are very good basketball.
This is like
You
when
don't
you
have to
say
do that
a
here.
music
All right,
when
I'm
you're
not-
like
yeah, I'm
a
not-
musical comedian. You're like, are they good at music or comedy? And it's like, no.
I don't know, man. Our buddy Casey Faye is pretty solid.
Casey's great.
One of my teammates, Zeke Nicholson, is pretty damn good. This guy Khalif Boyd, pretty good.
I would say Renee
is solid.
Renee's good.
Renee is like such great handles, and
Yeah.
I'll say this to his face. I've said it to his face before. Renee's such great handles, will beat you off the dribble, get to the basket, hit you with a tween cross, back through, behind the back, slip up, and then just blow the lay.
I think that's a Filipino
That's
thing.
also
Not
rec
even
league.
lying. Like,
That's
I
a
do
rec
that same
league.
thing.
Like that's a rec league move for sure.
Yeah.
Which is it's the reason that you get the
Because we're
defense.
performers.
You're like whatever. Yeah.
I got to throw myself in there. When I
Yeah.
got the wind, you're not doing nothing with me.
Okay. What's your game like?
Zebo. I get called Zebo. Now that I'm older and like larger,
Yeah.
Zebo for sure.
Okay.
But I was a 3-4 hybrid in high school. I was like the first Draymond because I had to play big man.
You
even
kicked
though I'm
people.
only- I kicked people in the nuts. I was very dirty because I had to play
Love
LeBron.
LeBron.
I love LeBron. I had to play guys who were way bigger than me, and I love LeBron.
Yeah. I was a
Aaron,
dirty
you tore your
player
ACL recently.
2 times in the LA rec league.
You're
Yeah.
kidding.
2 left and right ACL tears.
That's
in the
crazy.
You don't
Women's-
stretch before you play.
Well, and tearing your ACL as a parent is like
It
tough.
sucks. It's so embarrassing too. It's so embarrassing to get like legitimately injured in a rec league because there's not even any ice. Nobody knows what to do.
That's what D
It's
Rose did too. He's like,
mortifying.
I'm embarrassed
It's-
after he
It's
tore his
so
ACL.
shameful. Yeah, and you know immediately because you get the hot. It's like the hot flood, and you're like,
Yeah.
I hyperextended. I hope I didn't tear. There was a
You would
army.
okay.
There was an army
Travis
medic there.
Kelsey did.
Yeah, I hyperextended playing baseball. I'm in a baseball league. I'm in a fast pitch baseball league.
Damn.
And I was chasing down a fly ball. My homeboy was getting rocked on the mound, and I was like, and I can't. I showed up like at game time, and he was like, "You're starting in left." I was like, "No." And then I was like, "Who's pitching?" And he goes, "Me." And I go, "Ah." And he was on the mound. I'm like, "Please don't, crack." And this field sucks. It's like Burbank
Yes.
Parks and Rec, and I step in the pit and just go,
Damn, no.
and just fall over.
Yeah.
And it's still bothering me. And I will say to
Did you
get
get an MRI?
I didn't because there was a
You
guy
need to
there
get
who
an
was like an
MRI.
army medic who was like, Ben didn't do this. He was like, nothing's torn. And then I just now got, like, I train with a trainer every day, and I just got back on like small leg stuff.
I'm so sorry, but he cannot tell if something is torn by touching your knee
was
on
in
the
the
fucking
army.
field.
He was in the army.
You need
Navy.
an MRI.
Navy. He was in the Navy.
All right.
I should probably, but let me ask,
Okay.
how soon after yours did you get an MRI? Like next day?
Both times the first time I waited a month because my new insurance hadn't kicked in.
So after a month, how were you feeling? Were you able to walk clean and like nothing was weird?
On this one, I could walk and it was questionable, but also my ACL was torn, but I kept locking up. So I
Interesting.
knew it was fucked.
Like buckling?
But this one, I tore ACL, MCL, meniscus, so I had no
Yeah.
support. It was like there
You
was
couldn't walk.
nothing.
Damn.
Yeah, I couldn't walk.
My
You
left
got to
knee.
stretch.
Yeah. My left knee, ACL, MCL, PCL.
Ooh.
Torn. Shredded. But then I got it. But the thing is, I did that sophomore year playing football, and rehab was the first time I ever went to the gym. And so I like learned how to like work out because I had to, or else I would never walk again.
I'm training for a triathlon just as rehab for this knee. 'Cause
Well, so
I
that-
can't.
Take
Do
your
you-
fish oil.
Yeah. Do
Joe,
you
omega-3.
think you're gonna play basketball again, Aaron?
You know, I mean, my husband has been like, "This is it, right?" And I'm like, I'm definitely gonna play again.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely gonna play again. And now I have a better ACL. I have a dead guy's.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a surgery.
I got a cadaver in this one, and I got my own hamstring in this one. I'm good.
Damn.
I'm good.
Damn. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was there a moment, you played in high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
You played in college too?
No, I didn't play. I played field hockey in college.
Okay.
Poorly.
I played in college. I played in high school. I played in college. I still played, through adulthood doing comedy stuff, and I always wonder what if, no matter where my career goes, I'm like, man, what if I'd have just did this?
Yeah.
Like, I wish that I knew what I know now. And when I injured myself, it's been like 5 weeks now, and so it feels better. It's still real clicky, and there's certain times where I'm like, why is this shit swollen? The thought, the revelation of like, is this it? Like, am I
No, it's never
at
it.
34
Don't
having
do
to
that.
retire?
No.
There's
you
no
don't
way.
have to retire.
There's no way.
What else are you
No.
gonna do with your life?
Yeah.
Also,
That's
it's
what I
not,
told my
listen,
wife.
the rehab sucks, but it's not. It is doable. You can do it, and also you might get into a.
Yeah.
You might get into a new you might get into lifting. You might get into
Yeah.
like taking care of yourself in a way. Like I do now. I'm doing like hamstring stuff because I found out. We should all know this that it's about the distribution.
Muscles around it.
Well, it's about the So if what's this one? Quad. If your quad is way stronger than your hamstring, you will tear your ACL, and there's nothing you can do. About it.
Oh,
Interesting. See, that's
So
why
you
I
have
think
to
I
do
just
both.
hyperextended. That's because it wasn't a real hyperextension. It was like a sprain. Like it wasn't. So I think that's what happened because I've been powerlifting for since January.
Damn.
So
because when I did this one, I was like in the best shape of my life, and I think it was because I wasn't doing it evenly.
yeah.
See, I'm killing it. I'm not working out at all. But that is like
Stays
some
even.
Bo Jackson shit where he like was so fucking crazy that he ran out of his hip, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Like seriously.
His hip said, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, wait up.
That was the first time I ever saw my husband cry. Was at the Bo Jackson 30 for 30.
That was
That was
a good one.
one of the best ones. One of the
Yeah.
best
I'm
ones.
a big The U fan.
Ooh.
Oh, the U makes me cry.
No, the U is so good that they came out with a sequel to a documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The U Part 2. Oh, that's actually great. Do you guys think there are any NBA stories out there that would make a great doc? Like if you got an opportunity.
Yeah, I want to know the story about the guy who had sex with LeBron's mom.
Cool. Yeah. I think that
Lambo?
story's still going.
Oh,
Delonte?
Delonte.
Yeah,
Oh,
Delonte. Maybe just the first half,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fun part.
But the thing is, and yeah, it's a tragic story. But like he was doing he was in Big 3 tryouts and he was still killing everybody. And that's like, to me, that's a perfect example of if you are an NBA caliber player, you could play even after like living on the streets like that.
Yeah.
You could kill anybody. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I mean, obviously he didn't play in the Big 3, but yeah, that'd be a good one, I think.
I hate to repeat, but I think Pat Bev's story is super interesting
Yep.
because like I don't think people realize how much of the man he was in high school, and now how he's getting his.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he averaged like 33 points a game.
Whoa.
Yeah, in like one of the hardest leagues in Chicago, which is a basketball city. Like he averaged like 33 points a game. Went to Arkansas, got kicked off the team, and went to Croatia to play.
What did he get kicked off the team for?
I don't know exactly, so I don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly what it was. I think he had an issue with one of the coaches, but he left the team, went to Serbia to play, or Croatia to play, or something like that. And as a senior, John Marsh, he averaged 37 points a game.
That's absurd.
And he was
Wow.
like co-player of the year.
Wow.
To average 37
in high
is-
school.
Yeah,
Wow.
and so he got kicked off, ineligible due to academic issues,
Oh.
and then he went to go play in Europe, and then came back and got picked up by the Heat. And
Oh, he cheated on a paper.
Oh, is that what it was?
As if anyone cares.
That's
Yeah,
so
everybody do that.
dumb.
That is really dumb.
Yeah, it says somebody did a paper for me. I turned in a paper that wasn't mine, accepted full punishment for it.
Oh,
That's over.
That's-
Pat,
I'll
why
serve
you
my
make
time.
Pat say that?
The entire
People
Carolina
overseas.
team. We remember Ronald Curry. We found out he could not read.
The thing about Pat Bev, I know we keep talking about it, but I do love him too, is never you meet a person and you go, you're not wrong. Everyone else is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is wrong.
About him? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
why I
I'm
love him
like,
so much.
yeah.
That's why I say like all my favorite players have played for the Lakers. Besides like Shaq and LeBron, like
Yeah.
Pat Bev and Russ are two of my favorite players of all time.
Lou
because,
Will.
And Lou Will, like
Yep.
misunderstood guys. Like Patrick Beverly is so misunderstood to me because, in my opinion, like a person who averages 37 points a game in high school in a tough high school setting, goes D1. And then has this thing happen to him and then fights his way back into the league by becoming a specialist is a story that everybody needs to know. Patrick Beverly is 6'1". Like,
Yeah.
he's not a super tall guy. Like, he fought his way back into the league being a specialist. I'm going to be a defensive specialist. And he's managed to have a career this long. He's 34 years old. Like, managed to have a career this long while everybody is like, notice that nobody in the NBA goes, that guy sucks.
Yeah.
It's always the Twitter fingers that's like, man, Pat Bev sucks. Now, until he played for the Lakers, and then everybody is like, oh, we love him now.
Carl, do you know who his girlfriend is? Erin?
She's the niece of somebody, right?
She's a housewife, isn't she?
No.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
Can you look that up? I'm
Wait,
pretty sure
please.
she's a housewife. Like like real housewives, not like she's a housewife.
Right. No,
She
no
doesn't
I
have
don't know.
to-
I don't
Well,
know
I do
this
know
lady.
every housewife in America.
I don't know her.
Who is it? What's her name? She's like a Harris. Is that what it is?
An
Yeah.
heiress.
Harris.
Harris.
She's a Harris.
Who's
Her name is Mandana Belurchi.
social media influencer?
Yeah, she ain't a social media. She ain't no housewife.
Okay, I
Mhm.
thought she
She
was.
would.
Look at her
She would
Instagram.
probably like to be.
She don't post him enough on Instagram.
But
for my
anyways,
liking.
every time you do research more about Pat Bev, you do find a nugget like that. Which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Like he's just like these are what like that's the story that these kids need to be following because you're not gonna go to the NBA just being good.
Okay.
You're not gonna
Right.
go.
This is I've thought about this a lot actually, Carl. And tell me, because you have a kid, I was like, so if I just taught my kid how to rebound, like I only showed him Akeem Olajuwon highlights, didn't show him Iverson, can I get him in the league? Like I'll list like 5 things. Come on,
No,
man.
you have to teach them extreme hard work.
Yeah.
So I'll use myself as an example. I had real high basketball hoop dreams, and those dreams were ruined by some guys that I played against my junior and senior years, like James Harden, Russell Westbrook, some names you
Right.
probably never heard of, Taylor King.
Mhm.
He went to Duke, and then Brandon Jennings.
Yep.
But even guys that you haven't heard of, even beyond that came up in LA, and it was like we'd be at 24, we'd be at UCLA hooping, we'd be all these places, and you get to a point where you're like, I just want to make it to college. But the truth is, and that's why I say Pat Bev is such a cool story, because if you look at somebody who's like, all right, what are my shortcomings? Because in high school, he was good at everything.
Yeah.
He's the scorer, he's a rebounder, he's the same defender as he is.
He's the coach.
He's the coach. He's the janitor. He drives the bus to the games. He's the athletic director. He's the principal. He's Joe Clark from Lean On Me. He's got a baseball bat. But no, he like, if you go like, okay, what is my specialty? What can I, once you get to a level where you see everybody surpass you, it's like, how can I stay in this? But a lot of kids think like, nah, man, I'm just going to keep hooping.
Yeah.
Or like, these guys ain't that good. I'll be able to make it here. Or I'll play D2.
Well, isn't
I'll
that
do this.
James Harden's problem.
Yeah.
Like,
He actually got way better over the years.
but don't you think his right now, like what's going on with Philly? It's like just be who you are right now. Like
Yeah.
stop trying to be. It's crazy to me that he would mess up that deal and like fuck up that whole team, and like maybe Embiid's gonna leave because of Harden.
No, I think NBA players are more bizarre than they ever have been. To hear like James Harden, like I'm like, I've been here for like working this job like 3 years. I'm like, ooh, it'd be so crazy if I like even talk to my boss like, hey, I'm thinking about looking at other things, you know? But he's like, I played here for 4 months. I got to get out of here. Like,
yeah, and he's like, the one guy who liked me is a liar.
Yeah.
Like, it's so insane.
he went to China to tell a whole country that, which is, yeah.
There's got to be something we're not privy to involved in that.
But
I
anyways,
don't know.
Yeah.
You don't
Sorry.
think if I taught Conrad a hook shot,
No.
just
No.
an only hook shot?
Not just one thing. Like, what, man? You got to teach him extreme hard work. You got to be ready to like, and you got to keep him in
And
the
no
best
offense,
basketball.
but you can't teach him that.
Fine, that's true. Okay, let's talk about, this is the greatest, not greatest, this is a really good comedy and basketball crossover. Are you guys privy to Bobbi Althoff? You know about her?
I have just learned about this woman in the past three months.
Okay, I'll sum her up. Essentially, comedian who, by luck,
Is she a
she's-
comedian?
That's what I was going to say.
there is some stand-up clips that were put out after she became big. It was like anti-comedy,
Yeah,
But
I hate that shit. I
she-
don't know why it's popular
What's
right now.
anti-comedy?
like
She
going
doesn't
up and
do
being
Not
anything.
like,
funny?
the
Not
clip is
funny.
of her. We'll drop it in maybe.
love it.
It might not have been
What?
not be worth it. It's like she went up at an open mic and then made fun of everyone at the open mic.
Okay, that's normal.
But that was her one clip of doing
That's
stand
also
up.
known as not having any material.
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen,
that's how New York.
I'm
started.
trying not to bash her, but
Yeah, because you're gonna get ate up because
Yeah.
the kids love her. Like,
well, and so this is okay. So Shaq did her podcast recently, and this to me was like, okay, what is it? Jump the shark. Like this is, I think, the jump the shark moment, and it came honestly quicker than I thought. So let's watch this clip of Shaq on Bobbi Althoff's podcast.
Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, congratulations on your career as a doctor.
Thank you.
What type of medicine do you practice?
No, not that type of doctor.
What type of doctor are you?
I'm not a medical doctor.
You're a psychiatrist?
No, but I do have a minor in psychology.
You have a minor. Oh,
Yes,
so you're like a therapist.
yes.
So you're like a therapist.
I can be if I want to.
Okay.
I also could have been a professor, but I don't.
You don't want to do that?
Nah,
Do you see patients regularly?
all the time.
And they talk to you about their problems?
They don't talk, they just listen.
You just talk to them
Yes,
about your problems?
yes.
And they pay you for that?
Well, they don't pay me, but
Why do you do that? Charity?
because I'm the love doctor.
Okay.
And they don't pay me because if they pay me, that would be illegal. So I guess it's free.
Great. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Okay. So
Shaq is funny.
let's break this down. That's the thing is like, Shaq is funny and he knows this girl can't hang with me comedically.
Yeah.
Like he had that last thing I think he wanted to like save
He's like
her.
trying to
You
break
know?
it up.
So I guess I want to try to keep it basketball talk. We could talk about how great Shaq and how fun he's one of the few like
Shaq is who
Truly
I want to
funny.
see host SNL.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
why
yeah,
he
yeah,
has.
said
He
that.
has.
I want to
Has
see.
he? Yeah, I was about to say he already
remember
has.
Tracy Morgan? Tracy Morgan was it the host or maybe he was like a cameo?
He might have done a cameo. I don't remember Shaq hosting.
But there's a great
Researchers.
yeah,
Find
go ahead about
out.
Shaq. Carl.
I love Shaq. Shaq is like personality wise, the best ever. Like
Yep.
I think he's probably the funniest of all time. You know, like there's other people who have cool, funny personalities, especially like Charles Barkley, or whatever.
Right.
But Shaq is the funniest. Like Shaq is what
Naturally
Peyton is.
and on purpose.
Yes.
Right.
And a philanthropist, like
I think
Dude.
Shaq is naturally funnier than Peyton. Peyton is like all he's so technical.
Yeah.
And
like,
timing and
I didn't know that.
and
more.
prepared.
Yeah.
So prepared.
Yeah, he's also just like I don't know, not a yes man, but he's like almost more calculated.
Yeah.
in a way.
And Shaq is like
And
has always
polished.
been funny, you know, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
by accident, and then he's like been able to sort of focus it even better.
And that's actually tell me what you guys would think if the inside the NBA. I think whenever they announce that they're not going to do it anymore, I think I would cry.
Oh, for sure.
That'll suck because like who's gonna replace those
I'll cry
guys?
like in the shower.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like a
Like I
a
think I might
deep-
cry. That's like such an important. It's like a
Yeah.
part of the balance of my life. Is like
Yeah.
Thursdays around the corner. Like I'm gonna get some laughs and watch some basketball.
It's like Housewives for me in that it's like low stakes, high drama, hilarious, always good, always a good time.
Every other
And if you-
sport has tried to do something like inside the NBA, but has yet to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Shaq and Charles. They're like irreplaceable. Like I thank whoever that I get to live in the same lifetime as those guys.
But also shout out to the team behind the boards at Inside the NBA because they do a lot of heavy lifting. Too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those guys are great. And
With the
great
memes.
personalities, but the memes, the graphic design,
Mhm.
the pulling up clips,
Yeah.
all that type of stuff, like they really kill it over there. It's such a good, funny, interesting show that I'm not watching every game. I'm not watching Pacers Magic in November.
Yeah.
Like I'm just not, I don't feel like
No.
it. Like
No, I'll
there's
watch it.
something else. Family Guy's on. Like
I'll turn on Inside. I won't have watched any of the
I
games.
would have watched the game and I'll watch.
I'm like,
Inside. Yeah.
Inside's on. I'll watch these guys not commentate over the highlights.
Right.
And just roast each other. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a choice of our last topic before we get into our game. Jeanie, I feel like we talk about the Lakers a lot. Jeanie Buss and Jay Mohr got married. That's another.
that's been a while.
They've been dating. I think they
okay.
just got married.
Oh.
How strange is that couple? And do people know that they run a comedy club? They bought the Ice House,
I didn't know that.
Yes,
and she does stand up.
but she does stand up.
She does stand.
I did not know that.
and maybe in like a fun, like
insane.
you dare me to.
Have you seen it?
I have not. I don't want to. I love Jeanie.
Well, how does she do it? And there's no clips of it.
That's
also,
that's
have
why
you
I'm like
noticed
that's
the
why I don't
Ice
want to
House
see
has
it.
recently been putting a. Is it the Ice? It is. Has been putting up a lot of clips of kids doing. Have you seen it?
No.
It is upsetting because it's first of all it's so unfunny.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
No, adults posting stand-up clips is like
It's not
inviting
funny.
not.
And then it's like
Yeah.
this is an 8-year-old bombing.
Oh, no.
8-year-old kid on stage like, you ever have a pussy fart?
It's-
And they're like, no, but I think it would sound like this. Yeah, there's something like Winning Time people, which I love. I'll stand by that show, not by it being accurate, but what an entertaining show. And I do think we are seeing it play out in real time. The Buss family is interesting, to say the least. And to own a comedy club in Pasadena is
A choice.
a choice. After the pandemic, when comedy is crowd work clips. So and then learning that Jay Mohr and Jeanie Buss were getting married, I guess it was just worth a mention that they got married.
I need to
that couple
see her
exists.
stand up. Now that's going to be all I think about until we can find it. How have you not seen it? How do you know this fact and it doesn't eat you up inside?
See, I'm trying to avoid being that toxic Lakers fan that I'm seeking out.
Stop.
This is just like I need now that I know it exists. I've got to see it.
What would you think she jokes about, Carl?
I think she comes out and goes, you ever seen a pussy fart?
And then the 8-year-old goes, "That's what I'm talking about."
Yeah. And this guy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay. You mentioned earlier. Do you want to take a break, Max? Let's take a break and we'll set up this game. We're going to play our game of this episode. We're going to take a break and we'll be back on Casuals. We're all fans of Russ here. Everyone likes Russ here. You like his fashion? You like it?
Yeah. I'm wearing one of his shirts.
Oh yeah, Honor the Gift.
Oh yeah.
And actually, shout out to him. He is one of the few athletes that has a good clothing line.
A good clothing line, a fashionable clothing line, a clothing line that fits larger people good and fashionably and reasonably priced.
Yes. So we came up with a game here where we're going to show you a Russell Westbrook outfit or a clip or like a tunnel pick. And then we're going to have to guess the price of a particular item he's wearing.
Ooh.
And we're calling this
he's
game
wearing. Okay.
Price is Russ. Pretty clever, huh?
Pretty good. I love it.
That.
Me and Max.
It was a collab.
It was a collab. What was your initial one?
It was worse.
But the thing is, Price is Russ is not that good.
Say it.
Say
I
it.
can't remember what it was.
All right.
I'll have to get back to
If it comes to you.
Yeah.
West the price.
Okay, so this is what do we got here? We got an Honor the Gift shirt, but the item that we picked here is that a Rolex?
Yes.
$50K.
Okay, Max, is there any other?
Sorry, were we starting?
How should we do this? Just
yeah, so you each get one guess.
Okay.
And whoever gets closest without going over gets a point.
Okay. Yeah, let's do our guest first. How about Erin?
50K.
50K.
I don't know.
No, it's okay.
Is that
It's
close?
okay. Try your hardest. That's the Russ way. We're gonna go out there and play and try our hardest. Carl,
Head down.
I'm going to say $27K.
why 27?
Because I feel like I was looking at this watch.
Wow, you're a watch guy.
I was trying to buy a Rolex as the investment. People kept telling me, like, you need to buy one as an investment.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
I've watched like those watch TikTok videos.
Did
where,
they
like,
go up?
Yeah, they go up.
They appreciate.
Yeah, and there's like
That's what I
weird
meant. You know what I
details
meant.
that like
Appreciate.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Aaron was a part of. I lost my dad's Rolex, my deceased father's Rolex. Remember at my wedding.
You did?
Yeah, remember. But then
In the pool?
the pool guy found it, and it's because I struck up a friendship with him over sneakers.
This is like the Aaron Jones. Remember when Aaron Jones lost his dad's ashes in the end zone? Which is like, let him stay there.
Yeah, that's kind of poetic in itself. Me losing a Rolex
In a pool? Is that-
Yeah, I mean, it was like on the ground, and the pool boy pocketed it. Which fuck yeah,
Right.
do your thing. But then he found out it was me who lost it, and he gave it back.
Wow.
Anyway, but it was it's like my dad. It might have been bootleg. He bought it in the Philippines when he was a student. I'm gonna say 68 grand.
Ooh.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I'm back in the game.
68. Carl, you said 27.
Yeah.
Aaron, you said
50.
Price is Right rules. If it's
Why
over,
did y'all
you're
do
out.
All right.
Okay. Wow.
Sweet.
What the
So I
hell?
win?
No, we all lost.
I think you all lost that round.
I got the closest.
Who's the closest if we
I'm
all
the
lost?
closest.
I guess Carl.
Carl.
Okay, give a point to Carl.
Yeah, get y'all ass up out of here. And that T-shirt is like $54.
11 grand. Does that change? Does that I think that makes him look cooler. Not too crazy.
Yeah.
Not too
I
crazy.
said 27. I was gonna say 16, and which would still been wrong, but closer.
Okay,
but
this is going to be really stupid, but I thought all Rolexes were $15,000.
No. There's
But some
different.
are.
There's different. Like there's some.
There's
that are
levels?
Like, yeah. There's hell. Yeah. There's low. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
No,
Check
I
that
feel
website.
like
It's actually pretty interesting. You go, God damn,
Yeah.
somebody pays that for a watch? Kiss my
Yeah,
ass.
I feel like a baby
fuck
with a
with
sneaker
that.
collection. Like, I collect sneakers. It's like these
Right.
these are adults. They collect watches. Okay, next one.
Art.
By
That's
the
another
way,
one.
the title was Project Russway.
Oh, no, this is better.
Agreed.
Price is Russ. Okay, Fear of God denim coat. I don't like Fear of God. I like Jerry Lorenzo, but that's like a denim. Is it like a denim overcoat type
It's like
thing?
a trench coat, overcoat kind of thing. It goes down to like the ankle almost.
I got my guess.
Okay, let's have Carl. You go first on this one.
No. I'm going to say 1,100.
That's not what I was gonna guess. 325 is what I was gonna
Oh,
say.
325. No, it's a jacket.
No,
I
it's
love
a
jackets.
jacket.
I'm gonna go.
Did you say 1100?
I'm gonna go 1101. I'm sorry, Carl.
Wow.
There we
What
go.
the hell?
So CJ gets the point by
1595. And
This
is
is
that like
crazy.
hard to get?
What
Do
is
you know?
there? What
Yeah.
is in it?
What do you mean?
Why is it so expensive? It's
1,400
jean-
grand is
it's
in
a
the pocket.
Jean jacket.
It comes with 1,400 grand.
That's, doesn't make any sense.
Is
Yeah,
that
there
something you
a
guys would wear?
diamond in the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't.
Sure,
wanna pay
it's a
that.
jean jacket. It doesn't look like
Yeah, I would wear
anything
it. Yeah, I
special
wouldn't
or
want
Do
to.
you guys
weird.
ever do this? You see what Russ is wearing, then you go and find the cheaper version?
For
No.
sure, I always find a cheaper version of everything.
Carl, I thought that was gonna be we're gonna bond over that.
No. I never do that. I don't like fashion watch like that because I just kind of wear what I wear. If I find something that I like Russ's t-shirts.
Yes. You do
Like I like the boxy cut. I like the follow through t-shirt.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to rob you for some more t-shirts while I'm
Yeah,
here because I
of course.
like the boxy style that is out now. Most people wear them to be oversized.
Yeah.
I wear them to fit me perfectly.
too.
So like because
Me
they
too.
just like sit there
Yeah.
and you can't tell. You look at me, you go, is that guy fat? He's got nice shoulders.
No, you look at you and you go, he could have played in the NBA.
Yeah, that's what I want people to say.
Okay.
But I will wear that jacket, but 15 sounds more. You know, Jerry Lorenzo played baseball at FAMU.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. Good.
Oh yeah, I mean D1.
FAMU's a legit. Yeah.
D1.
Okay.
My husband played D1 also. Should be in
Wow.
the fast pitch league. Yeah.
Billy?
Yeah.
What did he play?
I don't know.
We'll have Billy on.
Tennessee.
We'll ask him.
So he played at Tennessee.
No, he played at like a different East Tennessee State or something.
Mid Tennessee. He played Mid Tennessee in Murfreesboro.
Sure.
That's a different podcast, guys. Okay.
Do not tell him I don't know. Do not tell
Gucci
him.
lace-up boots. Now these are definitely. I'll go first since I haven't gone first yet. I'm gonna say, 2,000. I'll say 2,000. Erin,
2001.
The Space Odyssey.
Price is right. That's Price is
But I
Russ.
also do think that. I was going to say 2,200 is what I was going to say.
Carl.
The boots is tough. I'm gonna say $23.95.
Okay.
Probably went over.
Max.
Why not just say 2002?
Oh.
Cheaper than what we all thought. Yeah.
So you won. Yeah, you got that one right.
No. You won.
You got it.
I
again.
did?
Yeah. He guessed higher than you.
I guess I said $23.95.
All right.
Let
I
the
guess
record show I have not gotten anything.
These, yeah, I mean, that's something I would actually buy because I would wear that multiple times.
This-
Okay.
The safety vest? Or
Yeah,
the
the
Gucci?
safety vest this is, I think the second time you wore a safety vest. Or maybe the
I mean,
first
that's, you just get that off Amazon, right?
time.
Where
Pretty
you
much.
go to shout out New Star in Burbank for my Halloween costume. I bought a safety vest.
Okay. So you should know. Erin, you go first on this one.
This better be $12.99.
Okay. $12.99, Erin.
I'm gonna say $14.
I'll say 18.
$15.95.
Oh, 14. So yeah, Carl got that.
Carl got that one.
Wow, the first
How many
time I
more
was
we got
even
left? And
close.
what's the score?
Right now, you and Carl are tied.
Okay, we're
Do you
gonna
think
do
that
it.
ultimately, if I don't win this game, I win in life because I don't buy expensive clothes?
I'm gonna give
And I have no
a
idea.
$50 Nike gift card to whoever wins.
What the hell? Oh, well, you should have said that from the beginning. I'd have tried harder.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm giving the stakes a little bit. How far? What's the score between them?
Aaron doesn't have any points.
How many are left?
What? You have to ask like that. I already said.
There's 10 of these, so there's like 6 left.
There's 6 left. Okay, we gotta speed through some of these. Okay, Prada comic print shirt. This is a good one. I tried looking for this. I'm gonna say 800. Carl?
$6.95.
700. I don't know. What the hell?
All right.
That's Carl.
That's
again.
Carl.
Yeah.
All
I'm gonna
right.
get my head in the
I'm
game.
gonna give Erin my points.
Nah, man.
I'm kidding. Okay, Carl's in the lead. Helmet Lang moto jacket. Now, yeah, these moto jackets, I've seen them be crazy. Carl, you go first.
Damn, why me? Helmet Lang. I don't know how much Helmet Lang is.
I have a guess.
I'm gonna stick close to. So this is Russ. This is like 2011 Russ right here.
Yeah,
2012 Russ. This is Thunder Russ. Thunder Russ. And the lightning strikes.
You just sold a show.
I'm gonna. That's what y'all should have called the game.
The future was so bright.
I'm gonna go 950.
This is already my guess. 1125.
I'm gonna go 1300.
Ugh.
600.
Wow.
What the hell?
Nice.
The time. You gotta account for
What do you mean inflation is that
Smart.
crazy? Carl's playing on a whole nother level. He really wants that $50 Nike gift card.
I need that. I need 2 pairs of socks.
Saint Laurent jeans. Saint Laurent jeans, Erin.
350.
350. Okay, I'm gonna go 400.
475.
Be low. Go low. Come
Oh!
on.
What the hell, Carl?
Carl's cleaning up.
Okay, how many more? Is there any way to catch up with Carl?
On the gift
Yeah, I don't
hoodie.
think anybody else can win at this point, but we can keep
All right, now this is Carl's. You got.
But we could be like the Clippers and just keep
I'm gonna go last.
at it.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. Honor the gift hoodie. I'm gonna say. I feel like it's like 95.
Okay.
Erin.
80. Why go that low? Why? Why did I say
Put
that?
a clock on you. You say 80.
I don't know. 50. I changed it. It's 50.
It's not 50. Okay.
Could be.
I'm gonna say 120.
Okay.
$98.
But see, I win because I went
95,
lower.
Wait, what did I? No, I said 90.
90.
Oh, I think I said 99.
The closest.
The hoodies are good too.
Bitch.
I have a yeah.
I'm trying to shoot the moon now. I'm trying to get 0.
Oh, former Brentwood mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
he
back
just
in the
sold
game.
this?
yeah,
I
he
know.
owned this for like 4 years and he just sold it. But I'm going for the 2018 price that he bought it at.
That he bought it.
He
Yeah,
bought
for-
it at. Yeah, because
Okay.
real estate has gone insane in the last few years.
2018. How many bedrooms?
That's a good question.
Aaron,
Yeah, these are the
we'll
things
give
you
you
gotta
5
know.
points if you get this. If you win this one, I don't need to catch up to Carl. But,
Okay, well, I'm not going first. But I feel like this is my
Carl,
area.
you're in the lead. You go first.
All right. 14 million.
Idiot.
Now break that down. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna go.
I'm just kidding. That's a good guess.
I'm gonna go 9 million. Because it's 2018. He probably had to like have another house, right?
Yeah.
So he can't spend all $800 million of the dollars that he had.
What did you say? 14?
14.
You said 9. Is that what you said?
I said 9. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go 10. I do think it's...
20.
Wow.
See, I was gonna say 22.
He bought it
Why?
for 20?
I was gonna say 22, but I was like, nah, that
I
might
would have
be a
guessed
lot.
sold it for 20, but to buy it for... Because he thought he was going to be here.
He's from here though. So
Yeah, he's from
gonna
here.
He
have-
thought he
the
was going
house.
to be here.
I have a friend who hit me up recently. He ran into Russ in Brentwood, and his kid was being real bad. And he was like, these little fuckers, they just keep running around. Said to it, my random ass friend, and I made me love Russ even more.
That's great.
He's also just a dad. Nina, follow Nina. Do you follow Nina?
Mm-mm.
Westbrook? Okay, I'm weird. Okay, Carl, I keep kind of like I follow his whole family. But love the Westbrooks. Okay, great. So Carl, that's the end?
Wow.
There's one more left. You want to do this Lambo?
29.
2000.
19.
Yeah, I don't know cars. 2019 Lamborghini Aventador. I'll go first. I'm gonna say 150 grand.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay. Carl,
I'm gonna say 220 grand.
Okay.
Ugh. All right. I was gonna guess 200. You fucked me up.
Well, say what is that? Your guess?
But then that's statistically that's like
it's
gives me
okay.
a very little. I'll go low. 100.
I'll go low 100.
This seems wrong to me.
Son
now.
of
What the
That
hell?
is definitely wrong.
That's way too much for a car.
That's too much. What did he sign for this year? 3 million?
Yeah, 8 million. 8 million.
8 million? My bad.
Is that the car he was rolling around in when everyone was mad
already
at
made
the
350
contract and he
million.
was
yeah,
like he was singing to Beyonce in a
You won't break my soul.
yeah.
You won't break my soul.
Was that the car? I think it was.
In the edit, will you play us out to that song?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. That's all of them, right?
That's it.
Okay, that's been the prices. Russ and Carl Tart is the winner.
Thank you.
But it's
Carl, give us a
wasn't even
victory speech
close.
My victory speech is this. You may not come into life with a silver spoon in your mouth. You may not come in as the top dog, but be an underdog. You keep that work ethic up. You keep at it. You keep going. You learn more than just the rebounding. You learn the prices of things.
Hook shot.
You one day will win a championship. Promise you that.
here. Okay.
You will one day win a $50 Nike gift card.
Yeah, that's a championship to me. That's a ring. I'm hanging it up.
I'll email it to you
Hanging
at
in
some
the
point.
rafters.
You know
this
what?
year.
He just beat
I don't
us.
even need it. I just want to raid the merch.
You just beat us
We'll get you some.
like the Nuggets beat the Lakers in the.
Yeah. That's your champion.
It
That's the thing,
was-
you get every championship that is won against the Lakers.
Oh my God.
That's your consolation prize.
Shouldn't have been there. We didn't even talk about that stupid ass mural.
Which one?
Which
Austin Reeves?
that
Yes.
doesn't.
You know what shirt you've been sitting in front of this whole time, right? The Austin Reeves shirt.
Yeah, I hate that.
Make sure that Carl gets one of those. Guys, we didn't mention this either. Strike, you guys, anything you want to say about the strike? Actors, writers, pay these guys
Yeah.
what they deserve. Pay us. I mean, even though I quit a while ago, pay you guys. But I appreciate your guys' time on Casuals. Anything that you wanted to plug
Frogtown show every other Saturday. Come to that.
here in LA?
Yeah. Come follow me on Instagram to see my son. I don't know.
Carl?
Listen to the Flagrant Ones on patreon.com/the Flagrant Ones. Listen to Foosballs wherever you get your podcasts, and listen to XOXO Gossip Kings wherever you get your podcast. That is a Gossip Girl rewatch podcast I do with my homeboy, and we getting into the thick of it right now.
Damn. Are you a
Wow.
fan of that show already?
Not at all.
Not at all. Well, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for doing Casuals. Watch all their shit. Check them out and support them. And thanks for supporting us. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Casuals. And thank you to the Maxes. Peace.
Double max.
You won't break my soul.